Garuda King, talking today about one of my favorite headlamps that I carry with me out in the wilderness, and that's the Petzl Tactikka RGB, which stands for red, green, and blue. Various things about this light: it takes 3 AAA batteries, can be standard alkaline or rechargeable, doesn't matter. It has a really nice head strap, single head strap. I can adjust down to my son's head, which is 2 years old, or to my helmet, my climbing helmet. So it's really good in a size adjustment. It does have a quick release buckle here, which is really nice, and it stays on your head fairly well. I sleep with a headlamp on when I'm out in the wilderness, so I like having a headlamp that I don't have to have super tight on me, because it just fatigues your head and you wake up with a freaking headache. So it's nice to be able to have a headlamp that's, loose and will stay on there. I've never had a problem with it coming off in the middle of the night, even when I'm all inside my nice mummy bag. It will stay there all night. It's just a push button control. So we have white light, low, medium, high, and then we have red, green, and blue. And I want to talk about the red, green, and blue light, and those spectrum of lights, and which one is the most important and the most beneficial to you in the wilderness, especially talking about night travel, being out in the vegetation at night. White light, I don't know if you guys have noticed, been out in the night, but white light, when it's being reflected, being cast out in the darkness, it reflects back on the vegetation, off the leaves, off the branches. And what happens is if you're in thick brush and you're out there, you just have this little cocoon of white light around you. It might be 6 to 10 inches, maybe a foot, depending on how bright your light is. And then behind that layer of vegetation, it'll just be darkness. So you'll just be able to see, arm's length in the bush, but you don't know what's beyond that. So green light is where it's at. If you're going to get yourself a headlamp for out in the woods, get yourself one that has a green light. The green light really absorbs well into the vegetation because it's green. So the green light really absorbs into the vegetation and really defines the contours of the outline of the vegetation itself. And then it'll also allow, since it's not being reflected back at you as strong, being more absorbed, you'd be able to get more depth of your light. So it'll cast further beyond what the white light or the red or blue light will do. It'll just cast further beyond, so you really be able to get more depth, more length of view in the bush, in the vegetation. So a green light is really important to have on a headlamp or any other type of light that you will use in the wilderness. Another thing about having various shades besides white, you'll lose your night vision real easy when you crank on a white light, and red not so much, blue a little bit less, and green is probably the less. I probably lose more night vision qualities with those other spectrums than I do with green. With the green light, I really can turn it off and I'll still really have a lot of my night vision left. So Petzl Tactikka is where it's at. The only thing I would say, the only con to it, is the fact that the case itself for where you put your batteries is not waterproof whatsoever. And I've been working with various silicones and whatnot, and just trying to get a silicone edge in here to kind of make my own little O-ring or whatnot, to be able to keep that dry in there. So that's the only downfall with this light, is it's not waterproof. But other than that, I like it and really enjoy it. So if you guys enjoy headlamps and being out in the woods, check out the Tactikka, very good headlamp. It's also in multicam, which is totally cool. If you guys like my video, please hit that like button below. If you got any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask. Any requests, don't hesitate to request. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. Every time you like or subscribe, it really helps me out. This is not trying to make money off it like some people do, but it does help out a little bit. So thanks for watching, and be safe out there. Until next time.